Brija. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Today I thought I would bring y'all a first video in a new series that I want to start incorporating more into my channel, and that is going to be called See My Stash. So this is going to include my collection of specific makeup products. So I switched over my products in September and it's now almost March. In 2 days it will be March 1st, and so I've accumulated so many products. So I thought I would just show y'all what products that I have in my collection. Today I'm going to be showing y'all all my blushes. This is a variety of pressed powder, loose powder, and some cream products as well. So if y'all like to see what is in my current stash for blush, go ahead and keep on watching. I do own 3 of the 4 100% pure palettes. So first is the Mermaid palette, and the blush in this palette is called Coral. And so I've used this a few times. I haven't really been reaching for it just because, not so much with their eyeshadows, but with their blush and their highlighter, it starts to get this it starts to just look very bumpy. But this is just a very nice warm pink color. Just a very it looks very hot pink, but going onto the skin it doesn't really swatch as intense. You can easily blend that out to get a more sheer look. In the Punk Princess palette we have the blush sold out. So that is it right there, and it's a little bit more of a hot pink than the one we just swatched. And these blushes can be built up. So that is it. So compared to the Mermaid palette blush, it is a little bit more magenta, whereas the top blush is a little bit more of a warm pink. In the Sex Kitten palette, this is probably the palette I reach for the least. This is definitely like a Barbie doll pink and very, very bright. So right there. The Sex Kitten blush is called Allure. The other 100% pure pressed product I have is a very new product for me, but I love the packaging of this. It's this really pretty pink metallic color. It reminds me a lot of like vintage makeup. Like I think of like Titanic and Downton Abbey when I see this packaging. And I like to pat this over blush because it just gives a very nice glow and luminosity to whatever blush I'm wearing. It swatches like a very pale sheen pink, and then going on the skin, I mean, you could even use this just as a highlighter. You wouldn't even have to use it over blush, but right there. So it's just very sheer and it looks beautiful on top of blush. Is the Antonym Baked Blush in Rose. I love, oh, it's scratched. I love baked products because I just think they are so pretty, and it's just a very nice marbled look. If y'all can see right there, I have a little bit of a crack in it and I don't know what that's from, but this is their medium toned blush. They have the peach, rose, and then copper. But I like this shadow because it's a very warm pink. This is how it swatches, but it looks a little bit different on the skin. So I like to use this on days where I just want to have like a little pop and nice flush of color. So this is it right here, this bottom shade. That is Antonym Baked Blush in Rose. And I really, really like this. It does have a little bit of a shine to it and a little bit of luminosity. And I have been so impressed with the Antonym Baked blushes. I do really like this product. I love the look of it. It is so pretty. And then I also really enjoy this wood packaging. And this is a little bit pricier of a blush. This is $36, but I think you don't really need a lot of product, and a little bit is going to last you a long time. And the other Antonym blush is the Baked Blush in Peach. I got this sample off of Integrity Botanicals, and I don't have very much of it left. I used this in one of my Valentine's Day tutorials, so I'll go ahead and link that down below. But this is just a very light color. It's just a very, very subtle pink. So this is it right here. Like I said, it's very subtle. You can like barely see it on my skin. And on the cheek, it applies a little bit more peachy than it is on my arm, but I really, really enjoy it. Let's do another layer. If you build it up, it's definitely more pigmented. So this is it right here with 2 layers. So they don't really sit on top of your makeup and they blend really easily. The next blush is the Alima Pure Luminous Shimmer Blush. Luminous Shimmer Blush. That is really a mouthful. And I have the color Lily, and I was gifted this by Lola of Lola's Green Maquillage. This one is more shimmery though than any of the other blushes that I have. I don't really count the Luminizer as a blush, I just use it over blush. So this is it. It does look to be the same color as the peach, but I don't know if you can see the shimmer in it. So right here, I'm sorry y'all, I need to practice my art of swatching. This one and the peach one actually look very, very similar. So I'll have to see the price point of it, but this is actually a really pretty peachy pink. And so it is a little bit more pigmented than the Antonym pink, but I really, yeah, look how pigmented that is. So I think you could get away with the same effect of the Antonym by using the Alima Pure. Let's go into cream blushes, and I'll use my other hand. So the first cream blush is something that I absolutely love. It is a sample that I got off of Integrity Botanicals, and I didn't think I would love it as much as I do. And I used this in another of my Valentine's Day tutorial. It's the La Bella Figura cream blush in the color Disco Queen Gloria. So this is what it looks like in the sample. So it does look to be like a brownie, like a warm toned rose gold is how I would describe it. But it is a cream shadow, and I love cream shadows. It is a cream blush, and I love cream blushes because I feel like when you have dry skin, it moisturizes it and it doesn't look patchy on your skin. And it also just blends so smooth, and it just gives a nice dewiness to your skin as well. It swatches a little bit red brown, and I'm wearing it today on my cheeks right here. And it just gives like a nice dewy finish and glow to the skin. I'm not even wearing highlighter today. And so that is what it looks like. It swatches very warm and very red brown, but even on my cheeks, it doesn't go on that way. And so this is at a little bit higher of a price point. It's $36, but I love this color. It is just such an interesting color. I've never really seen another color like this. The next item I have is the Honest Beauty Cream Blush in Truly Thrilling. This is a very, very bright pink, and it definitely applies that way. So I think of all my blushes, this is the one I probably reach for the least. Just because it is so bright, I really have to work to blend it into the skin. I don't know if it's the formula that is just super, super pigmented, or if it's just this shade that is super, super bright. That is what it looks like. Kind of matches my shirt. Super pigmented. Super, super pigmented blush. So just a hot pink, very pigmented, very creamy. And to get the pigmentation to kind of not be so intense, I do kind of have to blend it a lot. The last two blushes I talk about a lot, and I've mentioned them in multiple videos. They were some of the first products from 100% Pure that I tried. They are the Fruit Pigmented Lip and Cheek Tints. I have the colors Cranberry Glow and Grapefruit Glow. So Cranberry Glow is definitely going to be a warmer magenta pink that gives a little bit more brightness to your cheeks. Cranberry Glow is going to be the color to use when you want just a very subtle flush of color. That's the swatch. So like I said, a very warm pink. So applied, it is this bottom color here, it's just very, very pink. Very, very warm magenta pink, but it blends really, really easily. And Cranberry Glow is a color I love to use for work days when I don't really wear a lot of makeup. So Cranberry Glow, like I said, is going to be a warmer, subtle pink. Even just like one swipe of this, it's not nearly as pigmented as the one above it. So Grapefruit and Cranberry Glow, you can definitely see the difference. Grapefruit is just a very soft, subtle pink. So overall, the 100% Pure Lip and Cheek Tints are some of my favorite cheek products. I think if I were to pick three blushes, the Lip and Cheek Tint in Grapefruit, the La Bella Figura Cream Blush in Disco Queen Gloria, and then the Antonym Baked Blush in Peach. And like I said, I love using the Luminizer on top of it just to give it like a nice glow and pop. But those are probably my top three blushes right now. Okay guys, that is it for my first installment of See My Stash. I will probably include these videos probably every other month, My collection is continuously growing. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all saw any products that you use or any of your favorites, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys!